As an entrepreneur myself, I remember what it was like having to make over 200 contacts and phone calls before I got my first client. I know what it's like to take that risk. I know what it's like to crush it and keep working hard. I have a soft spot for entrepreneurs because I understand what it takes to do so. Hi, I'm Aida Memisevic. My background is in television. I created 5 television shows aired in over 60 countries around the world, and today I am a media and branding consultant. As a founder, when you're first starting off building your brand, you want to consider several things. First of all, what your brand voices, your brand aesthetic, who your target market is, your persona per se. And also as a founder, you want to present yourself with your own story. Many founders, they started their businesses from problems or pain points that they had. So don't be afraid to establish that story. As a founder, it's a way to connect with the audience. It's a way to build affinity. You could even have some fun with it. You have to remember that storytelling is universal to all human beings. The key elements are to show the customer journey, to create emotion, to show the outcome that's coming, the pain points, the problem, and take the customer into that journey in many different ways. Your website, your social media, whatever it may be, there is a story there, you just got to find it. So within storytelling, there's many different frames. There's the traditional hero's journey. So you've got a hero, which is a customer, a problem, a pain point they're dealing with, a challenge they're working with. Sometimes you'll have the Yoda person who is like you're solving their problem, and then there's a resolution at the end. So it's like 4 steps that you can use. Also, you can do what's called like a micro fact fiction, where you're basically listing a problem, an action, and then a solution. And it's like really quick and easy. Wrong size, AI created the fit, happy customer. So it's like you're taking a little tiny bit of story and you're putting it in short little pieces that are powerful. For entrepreneurs that are coming to Canada and you're working in the international realm, you're gonna have challenges. You're not only gonna have the regular entrepreneurial challenges, but you're gonna have the challenges as a newcomer to a country. You know, how do you deal with the culture? How do you deal with all those aspects? So what I say is give yourself grace. Understand that that will happen and you're not alone. Everybody experiences that. So you just gotta figure out a solution, take a breath, take a day off if you need to, and start again, keep going. For founders, you're gonna have different starting points, midpoints, and endpoints to your journey where you're building your business. There are times where you're gonna be working 24 hours a day for a period of time. You just have to make sure that you allow yourself the time to regenerate, to recoup, and even take a break at some point in time. You also wanna decide, do you want a lifestyle business? What do you want the end result to be? Do you want to build your business to sell it? If you're working 24 hours a day consistently, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, you want to really ask, why are you doing that? What is the end result that you want to accomplish? Because if you can't see your family, and if you can't, if you can't exercise and look after your health, then in the end, you have to consider that. So I'm all about go hard for a period of time, but you also want to look at what do you want the end result to be? If you have a founder that has established themselves locally, first of all, I would dig deep into locally. I would get case studies, I would prove myself, I would be in the news, I would take advantage of media, and I would really establish that foothold. And then I would build partnerships with other people, non-competitors, that could perhaps grow, we could create something together, so it's going outside of the local realm. So it would be about finding partners, finding resources, and trying to figure out how I'm going to switch from local market to an outside international market by being aware of all the factors that could change outside of my local area.